So I'm summing up my experience at the Parliament for the World's Religions. My message to them today was, I had three of them. One, I talked about my experience of Chicago 1993, where I summed up 44,000 pages of text in a poem called Survival. I mentioned that this poem has now reached particular inventories and is can be seen at the Millennium Project of Jerome Glenn. I understand it's in the inventory of his materials. So that was one thing. I was sort of egocentric, bragging about my first experience with the Parliament. My second reason to coming here today was to talk with some traditional people here that might be able to share with me some information with regards to the areas of which I'm currently involved with. And prior to coming here for that, I did a little research and I found out that this organization doesn't have any representation down in South America or in what we call the Mundo Maya world. So I'm suggesting to them that our center there in Sac Bay, organized by Oscar Bolivar, that our center be one of the go-to places when you want to come and have a gathering with traditional elders, shaman from across Turtle Island. They all recognize our place and are very comfortable in coming here and doing ceremony. The nature of our ceremonies needs to be shared with people from the north. And the messages of the Maya, the notion of the power of the woman, as the woman that was on just before me was saying. She really picked up the energy that was being enunciated in 2012. The other messages that we brought to the organization is the idea of the United Nations resident coordinator, that the Parliament of World's Religions must start looking to the UN resident coordinator in each of their countries and get on the bandwagon with me, and we need to increase the awareness of the importance of this position, and we need to do it fast because the systems are really challenging. I did have really what I have to say was really, really good news shared with me by Nina Meyerhoff, and she seemed to indicate to me that she knows many, 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 many groups receiving monies through the SDGs. And frankly, I was shocked. I can't wait to find out who's all these people getting money on the SDGs. Because we in Canada can't find anything out. My gosh, we have enough people doing things that need help. Anyways, that's another story. So my message here to the Parliament is, we have a center from which the Parliament can grow if you choose to. If you want that to become part, come and have a ceremony, have the Parliament, the whole Parliament, come and have a ceremony. We don't need to make it one of these events that people can't afford to come to. My friend Yusuf over in Detroit couldn't afford to come And his spirit was here. He's a shaman from Palestine. And he would have liked to be here, but we couldn't put the money together. I mean, why is this our realities? Anyways, we should have our monies better organized. Which is something I should bring here, I mention again, is the Q Initiative. If you've heard of the Q Initiative, do something about it. If you haven't heard of it, go look into it and see if it has any relevance in your life. Because the Q Initiative, I think, will touch everybody's life in the next 2 years or less. 2 years or less. Hopefully we'll be able to make the agreement between Q Initiative and the Earth Dollar organization. But that's another story too. How do we refinance the problems in the world that's been caused by the religions? And now we got all the guys who are in the religions. They're the ones creating the problems. How do we let them become the solution? How do the religions become part of the solution? That's the question. I suggest you try using the UN resident coordinator. And that should be your tool. That's my suggestion. I'm in. That's why I came here. God bless.